If you're a regular man, not making that much money, not the most handsome guy ever, working a regular job and then coming home in the evening, you are doomed when it comes to the dating market and attraction pool. This is because women are all going to be aiming for the best men, the famous ones, and those with 6 figures income in the dating pool. For you, the average man, it's just as bad, if not worse, because women always have the opportunity, no matter what she does. Like there's always going to be a little simp waiting on her. Men naturally have less options, especially if you're not an outstanding guy in the dating pool. Yes, for the average male, it is going to be a problem, and which most of us are average, right? And it's growing too. Dramatically, there's an explosion of sexless men who are essentially getting priced naturally out of the market because of the following. Women don't date down, they always date across and up. 2, more women are becoming educated at rates much faster than men. So we're getting a pool of men now in society that is less educated than women, priced out of the dating pool for those women, and now those women are essentially going to be in a drought for men. We therefore have women competing for the very top-tier men that are going to essentially get all the women almost in society, which leaves the average men with slim pickings to none.
Fuck you! Life is serious! Living with my mom, being a fucking dork, no one respecting me, not fucking having girls actually be attracted to me because I haven't done anything, no one fucking takes me seriously, that's a fucking problem! That's serious! You won't leave a legacy behind, you can die tomorrow, no one's gonna know who the fuck you are, and more importantly, no one's gonna give a fuck! They're gonna be at your funeral, silent as shit, because you haven't done nothing in your fucking life! A lot of you niggas, if you die tomorrow, no one would give a fuck! I could die tomorrow and be happy. Can you die tomorrow and be happy? You probably can't!
This is why there is a bunch of sexless, relationshipless men who have no chance in the dating market. The problems of the average man will continue to go up because things only get worse. In today's world, we are increasingly isolated and reliant on online interactions. Going out and socializing has become less common, and many people lack a large circle of friends. This is especially true for average men who struggle in their dating lives. Their daily routine often revolves around a career job, followed by a quick meal from a fast food restaurant like Chipotle, and then immersing themselves in video games on consoles like Xbox or PS5. They play with their online gaming friends until late at night, only to repeat the same pattern day after day. In this monotonous existence, the cycle repeats day after day, waking up, going to work, and numbing oneself with video games and other digital distractions like the internet. There is no pursuit of new hobbies or interests, no engagement with literature or physical fitness. The body and mind lack external stimulation as they remain confined indoors, hooked to screens. This sedentary lifestyle leads to the rise of depression and mental health issues, especially among young men. The alarming consequences include an anticipated surge in suicide rates, as men neglect the opportunity to challenge their bodies and minds. Instead, they spend endless hours seated on couches or beds, playing video games and effectively numbing their minds. After years of repeating the cycle, a sense of depression settles in, accompanied by confusion as to why women seem uninterested and why social skills, both in connecting with women and other men, become lacking in person. Online interactions become the primary mode of socializing, forming friendships through a distorted version of reality. The basis of these friendships lies in excelling in video games, earning respect and accolades from other men. However, this digital realm is a far cry from genuine human connections. This concerning phenomenon reflects an unfortunate outcome, possibly rooted in societal influences starting from childhood, such as the feminization of men.
Only 14% of men are 6 foot or taller. 6'2" or taller, less than 4% of men. So that's such a limited pool for the tall queens.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You'd think like the average height of a guy is 6 foot, based on the standard of society. It's not. It's like 5'8".
One common misconception carried around by modern women is related to height. They will walk around believing that a significant portion of men are over 6 feet tall. But the truth is quite different. In North America, the average male height is around 5 feet 9 inches. This average height does not align with the perception that a considerable number of men are exceptionally tall. In the dating world, height preferences also play a role, especially for women. Many of them have specific height requirements, commonly desiring taller men. However, this preference limits the dating pool for shorter men, who unfortunately are the average men, creating additional challenges in finding romantic connections.
So the average man's salary is $50,391 a year, which if you break that down into simple math, that's equal to working for $24 an hour, which is, again, not a lot of money. Now, women statistically make 40% less, but I don't think that's an accurate stat because a lot of stay at home, so it's just kind of a generalization. But nonetheless, even if you're a man making $50,000 a year, saving 100% of your income after tax, which is not even possible, you can't live on zero, it would take you over 8 years to buy just one of my cars that I bought as a birthday present when I was 18 years old.
One more area that women think all men excel is income. Modern women, both young and those who have already banged the wall, often assume that the average man earns a substantial amount of money. You can confirm this by walking down your street and ask few random women how much they think an average man earns. They will give you crazy responses. However, the reality is far from this notion. The average annual income for a single average male in the United States is around $51,000. This figure contrasts sharply with the inflated estimations these women often associate with the average man's earnings. The top 1% of wage earners in the U.S. are mostly men, and they make around $400,000 a year, but that's a tiny percentage of men. The average man's income falls significantly lower. These unrealistic assumptions about income levels lead to misunderstandings and misguided expectations by modern women when it comes to the dating world.
Asking why that's happened, it's because of social media, it's because of how everything is shifting. All you girls, like, you probably all think you're 10s. You probably all think that you deserve like a 6-figure man or 7-figure man. A lot of these times, like, a lot of you want to just fuck with celebrities. A lot of you have a false idea of what the dating marketplace is like because you're fucking with the top like 10%, 5% of guys who are fucking most of the girls. So you think that's what all guys are like, and when you meet an average guy, you think he's below average, and really that's the norm. So everything's getting separated, and men are getting sadder because of that. Men are not being noticed. Most men feel invisible.
These problems with income spread further to the number of females that a man is able to attract. The reality is that the average North American male has had around 5 sexual partners. This number is much lower than commonly assumed. This is because women are trust fund babies. They get their value up front. They therefore can attract and sleep with any high-value man without putting in any effort. It's different for the men. With the inflated egos of modern women, attracting them is one of the hardest tasks faced by men. It is a long and tedious journey that takes years to achieve excellence and attract females. Very few men are able to do this, and that's why they share the majority of women. These are the men at the top 5% of the earners. They have a significantly higher number of partners, reaching as high as 150. This disparity reinforces the need to challenge assumptions and recognize that the majority of men do not fall into this category. For an average man today, there are so many challenges in his way, especially in the dating market. That is why most of them have realized this and decided to leave the dating market completely. Life is better and easy when your focus shifts from women to other important tasks like your health, businesses, and self-education. This is a brilliant idea adopted by men who no longer want to associate themselves with modern women. They have discovered it's a lot of hard work, and it's not worth it. Working hard for years only to later lose everything to a delusional modern woman is not what we prefer. Instead, we work hard in silence, improve our health, travel, and stay away from women's BS. This has been the source of genuine happiness. What do you think? Tell us down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and activate the notifications bell. Remember to like and share the video, champs. Thanks for watching.